Chris Wadham's here with Slick Ricky Heavens. He's a new pro. He's making his pro debut on the 17th of September. And we're also working a bit with him. We've decided we're going to follow Ricky's career and keep you up to date with it. So keep your eye out for a lot more interviews with Ricky in the future. So, alright Rick, how you doing? You alright?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thanks.
That's good. So, you're turning pro at a very young age of 18. How come you turned over so early?
Well, I've been boxing for about 10 years now, since I was 8. So when I first turned 11, I got my amateur license so I could box. But in those 7 years, I still only managed to get about 16 bouts.
Oh.
So it wasn't, I never had the best career. I was a bit unlucky with a few injuries that put me out for a few years and stuff like that. So I had my last couple of fights as an amateur out in a tournament in Denmark, and then came back and decided to turn over his fees.
Okay. So you kind of half answered my next question. I was going to ask about your amateur career, whether there was any titles and how many fights you had. But you said it was very limited. How many fights did you have?
Yeah, I only had 16.
Okay. And did you, like you said, you were in that tournament in Denmark, did you come back with any silverware?
I got the silver medal in the end in the final, but if I'm honest, I would have said I've probably done enough to deserve the gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to say a dodgy decision, but I don't think it was the right
decision.
Home crowd, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. So silver's better than bronze anyway, so...
Yeah.
Okay, so you're turning over at middleweight, aren't you?
Middleweight, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And domestically, middleweight's probably our strongest division at the moment, especially at the domestic level.
Yeah.
What do you think about the domestic scene? How long do you think it will take you to be in there with the likes of your Tommy Langfords, and obviously a bit higher you've got your Eubanks and your Saunders?
I know it's going to take me a good few years, because I'm still obviously so young and with limited amateur experience as well. But with the team I've got with training with Barry O'Connell and Hammersmith and just the way everything's looking at the moment, I don't see no reason why within the next 4 to 5 years to be up at that sort of level, hopefully anyway.
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously at the little level below that, you've got people like Lee Markham, Joe Mullender, who's also signed with...
Joe Selkirk, all of them, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, in the next 12 months, so let's play it like that, next 12 months, because you're learning as you're a pro, what do you want to achieve?
Well, we're looking for, within the next sort of 12 months, we're looking to be in a sort of range of having about 4 to 5 fights by that point. So, obviously, hopefully, I understand that at the moment, still learning, so I'm not going to jump in there straight away and people out of my league, but I don't want to be having too many, not easy fights, but fights where I'm not learning too much, where there's a difference in level. I want to be having slightly harder fights, get 4 or 5 out of the way within the next 12 months, hopefully all wins, and then just see where we can go from there, really.
Yeah, so learning fights, progression fights, where each one you learn something new, and it
Yeah. I'm not just looking to jump in there with anyone at the moment and just try and get a ridiculous record of a load of undefeated wins, but against no one really spectacular. I'd rather learn a little bit in between the fights and box with better opponents, really. Oh,
that's good. I mean, that's a way of thinking about it that not many fighters have nowadays. It's all about keeping that rather than and making yourself a better rounded fighter. So that's good. That's really good.
That's one of the advantages I say I've got being young. I've got the time to not have to worry about just all of a sudden trying to build up a record with a load of wins and keeping it. I just want to learn at the moment, get the right fights I'm going to actually learn something, and then hopefully that will do me well for the future then.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. It makes sense. So, talking about the domestic scene, middleweights, and obviously we've got a massive middleweight title fight coming up soon. What do you think about the Brook Golovkin fight?
Oh,
come on, I'll put you on the spot here. Come on, tell me.
To be honest, I think I'm going with what I assume most people are going with. I'm going for a GGG knockout. but I do think Brook's going to do a lot better than a lot of people have thought.
Yeah.
Because for a welterweight, he is fairly big. He's big welterweight, and he's unbelievably good. But I just don't think he's. I don't know. I think he's got the ability to beat Golovkin, but I just think at middleweight, Golovkin is
monster,
an animal. Yeah. I don't see Brook winning.
No, okay.
As much as I'd like him to, though.
Yeah, that's fair. I think like you said, the majority of people do think that. They don't think he'll win, but they'd like him to win, obviously.
Yeah.
Brit and all that. Okay. And what about the likes of your Billy Joe Saunders, your Chris Eubanks, and your Tommy Langfords? What do you think about that fight, the Eubank Langford, that's been called for the British title?
I think Eubank's going to struggle with this fight, to be honest. I think I don't think too many people really given Langford much of a chance in this one, but I think Eubank will get the win. I think it'll be a lot harder than expected.
Okay. And do you think it will lead to the rematch with Saunders?
I hope so. Really hope so. I enjoyed the first fight. I had that really close fight. I wanted Eubank to win originally, but Billy Joe definitely done enough to win that fight quite comfortably, but I'd definitely love to see a rematch.
I mean, yeah, you say it was comfortable, but it was a split decision win, so one judge saw it for Eubank, so I think it definitely warrants a rematch.
Definitely does. Definitely does.
Alright, okay, I've gone off a tangent there a little bit away from yourself, so I'll bring it back to your fight on the 17th. Tell us who you're fighting and what you know about him.
Well, originally, I was fighting Ben Heap. So all I know about Ben really is he had about 6 or 7 fights, and he's been there with a few good fighters like Scott Fitzgerald and people like that, but don't think he actually had a win on the record. But all I know is he's tough, quite short, comes forward a lot. But he's had a problem, some sort of injury with his foot or operation, so he's now out. So I have got a new opponent, but I know nothing about them at the moment.
Okay.
Not even the name.
I did know about Ben Heap. I went and did my research on BoxRec. BoxRec still got him down as your opponent. So I had a look at him. I think he's 6 fights. He hasn't won, but he seems to be a decent, tough first test.
Yeah. I saw him box about 3 or 4 weeks ago in his last fight. I noticed then he's a lot better than his record suggests, as most sort of journeymen are, but he did seem like it'd be quite a tough fight, but that's what I was hoping for, but so now I just got to see whoever we've got. But to be honest, I'm open to box anyone at the moment, so...
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
I'm not too fast, really.
Yeah. Going back to what you just said about you went and watched him box, was that just off the cuff, or was that part of your plan to go and scout him out?
Completely didn't even know he was boxing, to be honest. I was just out down at York Hall watching a bit of boxing, and happened to come across him. He was the last fight of the night, so I thought I might as well stay and have a little look.
Yeah. Okay.
I think he'd been an opponent that wouldn't have caused me any problems. It'd been a tough fight, but I think it'd been a comfortable one. So I was quite looking forward to that one now, but obviously that's off, so we'll just see who we've got from there now.
Yeah, okay. That's fair enough then. So, fight's on the 17th of September. It's at York Hall. It's on the card that's headlined by, is it the English welterweight title fight?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Tyler Gijon versus Johnny Garden.
That's it, yeah. Are there still tickets available?
There are. I've still got tickets available myself. I've still got a lot of the £35 standard tickets, and I do have a couple of ringside left, £65, but they're going quick, so I shouldn't have those left for too much longer. Okay,
and how do people get tickets off you if they want them? Is it Twitter, Facebook?
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, anything. My name's Ricky Heavens on literally all social media. Just get in contact and I can sort those out.
Okay, wicked. So, so we've basically covered everything. We also went off on tangent talking about the higher end of the domestic middleweight scene. Let's talk about the future for you, Rick. How far do you see yourself going in this game?
Personally, I think I can go the whole way, all the way up to world title level, because I've still got the age on my side as well to be able to learn in between fights and not have to rush anything. But at the moment, I'm going to take one step at a time. I just want to make sure I get this first year out the way, have a few, maybe 4 or 5 fights under me. Second year, get about another 4 to 5. Then it'll be the third year that I'll be starting to look at pushing for maybe some smaller titles like southern areas and stuff like that.
Okay,
and
so
then,
even that far along for a southern area and stuff like that, I mean, I guess...
That's what we spoke about. It's quite a while into the career, but what I spoke about with Steve when I first signed over is, as I am so young, we don't really need to rush anything.
Yeah.
And he didn't want me to be boxing too much just yet. So we didn't want to be rushing out and boxing maybe 7 or 8 times a year. We only want to be getting 4 or 5 maximum at the moment.
Okay.
So...
Oh, that's fair enough. So you're saying by, it's 2018 you want to be in the domestic title picture?
Yeah,
whether
definitely.
it be area or higher?
Yeah, or higher, even higher, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. Alright then, well, thanks for the chat, Rick, and good luck on the 17th. Like I said at the beginning, for those listening, we're going to be following Ricky's career. We'll be doing follow-up interviews. There will eventually be a video interview where you can see his ugly mug. Sorry, Rick. And yeah, so hopefully that'll happen sooner rather than later. But we will keep you up to date. If you don't manage to get down to the York Hall, we will let you know how Ricky gets on. Okay, all right. And thanks very much for the chat, Rick. Good luck, and I hope the rest of your training goes well.
Cheers, thanks.
All right, mate. You take care.
And you too. See you later.
Bye.